And we should be live.
Woohoo! Hey Andrew, it's Lucy.
Hi.
Looks like your picture's bouncing.
Well, I guess thank you to anyone who's tuning in.
Yes. And watching trying to get our ducks in a row here on this live video. And so we're doing wellness talks. And tonight we'll be introducing ourselves.
Hmm.
Some of you may know Andrew, but not myself, and vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Okay.
who's going first?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So my name's Lucy. I'm from Charleston Lake Apothecary, registered homeopath. And that's what we're here for to talk about tonight is homeopathy, since Andrew and I love it so much.
Hmm.
Most amazing natural holistic medicine as far as we're concerned, or I'll talk, Andrew can talk for himself, but that's what I
Hmm.
think. Um, and so in my little company, I offer a variety of different services, but homeopathy is definitely one, and some like coaching and some tarot and a whole bunch of things. And I met Andrew probably about 4 years ago when I first
Hmm.
moved to the area, to the Brockville area. Isn't that right, Andrew?
Yes, it is. Oh, a year before COVID. We last time we did the talks, we were
Yeah,
interrupted by shutdowns.
yes, exactly. And look at us brave people now, back at it.
Yep.
So
Okay.
how long have you been a homeopath?
Ooh, 8 years or so.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe maybe less. I think 2020.
2010 makes it 12 years.
Oh my
When did
god.
you graduate?
2013, 2014.
Okay, I graduated in 2011.
Yeah. It's
Um, it's been a bit of a ride, hasn't it?
yeah, so I graduated the year that homeopathy was being certified, which was a whole mess.
Absolutely was.
I
College of Homeopaths. Woohoo!
I was the in the first class that graduated with certification, so we didn't have to do the extra test.
Oh, good for you. It was really interesting because when I went to do my certification, all of my schooling hours and everything was thrown out the door. So I had like a Zippo,
Yeah.
uh, and I had done so much volunteering and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wasn't certified right away. I had to go through the whole process, and then I did a little bit of a rebellion.
Uh,
Can you imagine me being somewhat rebellious?
well, a lot of them didn't. A lot of homeopaths didn't want to because it was so stressful, and there's no benefit for the homeopath themselves with being registered except for the partial coverage from insurance companies.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of the College of Homeopaths was that they could say that they're providing a health benefit when we provide
Yeah.
homeopathy. So we keep the public safe, right? And so from a certification perspective, it allows us to actually work as registered homeopaths if you're certified.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a little bit of a process, and obviously we're the only province in on Canada that requires the certification. So it'll be interesting to watch if the rest of Canada falls into line or not.
Well, Ontario is also the most certified province in all of Canada too, so there's that.
Certified in all kinds of things? Is that what you're trying to say?
We have the most certifications.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of mistrusting people,
I
maybe.
guess so.
Government wise, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, so I didn't do my spiel. So I'm Andrew Rowlis. I'm from Rowlis Wellness. Um, I've been a homeopath for 7 years. My clinic's been open for about 5 years, so it's been a ride. Like I said, we opened like a year or so before COVID hit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you aren't already full time fledging, like lots of clients,
Hmm.
the the recent pandemic really put a hold on our
Yeah.
endeavors to become, full time homeopaths. That's for sure. Um, yeah. So, but here we are. We're on the other
Yeah.
side. Yahoo! Right?
Yeah. I think I'm also still certified under the Canadian board thing association. I think I need to recertify re apply for it though, because I kind of gave up on it during COVID.
During COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting because I know some of our teachers were really really busy during this time period, and
Yeah.
because we were just starting out, I didn't find that to be true for us, right? So, but I know we both hung in there. We're still very passionate about
Hmm.
homeopathy, and the past is the past. So we obviously need to move forward with that. So,
Hmm.
which is why we're doing these wellness talks.
Yes.
So excited to finally be back talking about homeopathy. It's been a good part of my, I don't know, I'm going to say like 10, 15 years, just, well, since 2008 for me. So that, is like 14 years of my life. In homeopathy,
Hmm.
lots of time in it. So I'm excited to be back in here talking about homeopathy and sharing that with you, Andrew, and
Hmm.
and hopefully some viewers.
I'm just hearing someone's commenting that it's white, so they're hearing us but not seeing us.
Really? I
Oh
wonder if we take the background out, if that would make a difference. Want to try
no,
that?
I think it's just my streaming software.
Because I can see you very well, although you're bouncing a lot.
Hmm. Oh, I'm
Is that you being nervous being on camera? Just
I
be honest. Are you nervous being on camera?
a little bit. I'm nervous that I'm not gonna have the video all perfect though.
Oh well,
Uh,
nothing needs to be perfect. It just needs to kind of sort of do the best we can. That's all we can do.
mm,
The world has different plans for us. We were supposed to do this, was it last week?
yes.
We didn't even get this far. We didn't even have a conversation online. So I'm just wondering if I can actually save it on this end. But I think I added to record it at the very beginning, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well. So, well, in case we are recording properly and it's being saved,
Hmm.
I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. We're going to be doing this online every couple of weeks, probably till the new year, in which case we want to do some live face to face chats
Hmm.
in Brockville. So, and we're thinking other locations as well, but we'll start with Brockville and maybe Athens because I live in the Athens area. So, those are two good cities to work with. And we just want to educate people on homeopathy.
Hmm.
It's a no harm kind of medicine. It's gentle use to use, little side effects, or I would say none, to be honest. Um, and it's like uh, economically, reasonable for people to use as well.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm just messing with this, trying to get it
Well,
working.
give us your 2 points about homeopathy in case it's already working and you don't even know.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now there's a picture on there. So my technical messing with is
Mm-hmm.
done. So now there's an actual image up on there.
Oh, perfect.
so
Excellent.
so yes, so during COVID, I was doing most of my 90% of my sessions online.
Me
Um,
too.
most of them overseas.
Wow, interesting.
But yeah, it kind of worked out. It was kind of complicated getting them the remedy though, especially if there was no shipping there. So I would give them a prescription and Google an address and give it to them.
Yeah.
But
Would
yeah,
they have to go buy it themselves then?
yes,
Yeah. Well, overseas, if you're talking Europe, there's lots of homeopathic pharmacies that
yeah,
pretty easy to go in there and buy it, right?
it was a lot easier, and if they were in Europe than if they were I had the odd one in Africa.
Wow. My all my clients were in Ontario, but we did them online, which worked out really well.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, and I use Zoom, right? So I could see people's faces
Hmm.
with phone calls because I think the phone call thing not quite enough with homeopathy because
Hmm.
obviously facial expressions and uh, people's behaviors while they're talking is really important.
Well, I did have phone conversations for homeopathy too. It really depends on the person. Some of them don't like the internet, especially
Oh,
Brockvillians. Uh,
yeah.
so they're either all for it or completely against it.
Well, for some of us who've probably spent the last 20 or 30 years of our lives with it, it becomes natural to us. But
Yeah.
if you don't have a reason to use computers in your life, then yeah, I could see why it could be a little foreign, a little scary, right?
Hmm.
Which is why we're going to turn this into an in-person
Yeah.
discussion
Yeah.
eventually, right? We're gonna once it gets a little bit warmer, like we're starting to probably look. I don't know what do you decide? Like February, March, we'll start doing our
I think
in-house
so.
sessions where we get to meet people. People get to
Hmm.
come in. We'll have probably very light refreshments, and you get to hear us talk and
Yeah.
ask questions. Be pretty cool.
Uh, whew. So I'm guessing our next one will be anxiety because we've done that before. Do you know what other topics we'd kind of want to cover or?
Yeah, I'd like to cover some first aid because I think that's where people can really start at home,
Yeah.
have their own little kit, do some first aid with some simple things, and try homeopathy that way
Hmm.
because it's easier facilitated, right? Like there's some things they can learn at home to do themselves. And then the bigger issues like anxiety, you would need to go see a practitioner about. But
Yeah.
I think the first aid would be really good, right? Because let's just say you got stung by a bee, like you could easily take a homeopathic remedy for that. And so
Yeah.
it'd be really nice to teach people, 20, 30 remedies that you could use for first aid treatment only. And
Hmm.
let people either buy a first aid kit from us or make their own as we're chatting away. They can
Yeah.
compile it on their own.
Yeah. I have a couple of the cases too from Boiron, so if they want to do it on their own or just buy the kit themselves from me directly, they can do it.
Yeah, and I have the same. So it'll be cool. I think well, our main purpose really is just educate people about
Hmm.
homeopathy and if we can streamline it to what you can use in in the heat of the moment, let's just say,
Hmm.
because I think homeopathy is also we know it's very powerful to do all the symptoms, right?
Yeah.
That somebody has. So when we look at homeopathy and prescribing a remedy, it's not based on a diagnosis. It's not like you have arthritis or something else. We really base it on all the symptoms that you exhibit. Then we prescribe a remedy. Whereas with
Exactly.
first aid, it's just going to be like, you got a sprain here, take that. If you got a bug bite, do this, right? So I think that'll be a little bit a good way to start in.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I think we should do some of the over the counter remedies, and
Absolutely.
as well as individual remedies.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, just so that they have the option. And I know for myself, um, the combo remedies were a good introduction.
Yes, and although I don't know about you, Andrew, but I know the school that I went to, we were really huge.
Against it.
Yeah, we were huge proponents of single remedies.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have tried combination remedies as well, so I think they also work.
Hmm.
It's just that my schooling just taught us to do single remedies, but I know when
And
I'm not well,
mhm.
I'm doing more than one remedy at a time. Like I am.
Yeah,
I want immediate results.
I typically, for a chronic case, I like to give just the one at a time just to know
Absolutely.
what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
And then for things that pop up, they can have other remedies, but not
Yeah.
on an ongoing basis.
Yeah. That's right. That's
Yeah,
how I do it as well.
yeah.
It's like really acute situations. I'll do my own prescribing. And then I want it to work. And we all know that homeopathy can work very quickly
Hmm.
if you've got the right remedy, right? So if I've gone and looked at which remedy works the best based on my symptoms, but I didn't get it quite right, then I'm trying another one, within the 24 hours. So,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not the case when you have chronic symptoms like arthritis, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for more long-term remedy and one,
Yeah.
that will make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that with homeopathy, the mental symptoms are also important too, not just the physical, which for some people it's really difficult to understand because they'll come in saying, I have arthritis, but that doesn't mean much for our remedies, right?
Right.
How does it manifest in them themselves? What physical ticks? What makes it better? And yeah.
Yeah, it's a very different type of medicine. We don't do what, general practitioners do, which is, oh, what are your symptoms, da da da, and then, oh, you have this, so here, take that. That's not how homeopathy works at all.
Yeah.
So you having arthritis really means not a lot, but the symptoms of that arthritis that you have means a lot, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how we prescribe, and that's how we get to that one remedy for that one person. And I'm like you, I think that the mental, emotional symptoms are very, very powerful in order to find the correct remedy.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to put the physical symptoms a little bit in the back seat, unless it's acute. That's somebody
Mm-hmm.
just bang all of a sudden twisted their ankle. They need, some remedies or something. But otherwise, I think that we're looking at one remedy for all the symptoms and hoping that it works.
Yeah.
Once you repertoire it, and you're either going to get it right on, or you're going to make it somewhat of a bit of an adjustment, which
Mm-hmm.
is fine too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When
Well, that's
I
great. I'm really excited to get this all started.
exactly. I don't know. I have this is the only remedy I was able to find. The
Oh,
arnica.
I have a slew on my counter, on my kitchen counter. They're over there. I didn't bring them. I didn't bring it. But good for you that you brought it.
Yeah.
What is it? Arnica?
It's arnica. So I got the spray so you can just spray it in your mouth. Uh,
Nice.
but I also had the cream, but seems to be have seems to have been used up.
I love the cream.
Oh, the arnica cream is amazing. It's good
I agree.
for if you have a bruise, you put it right on it, and it doesn't interfere with any other remedies. And my mom uses it instead of Voltaren.
Yeah, it's not that it interferes with other remedies. It doesn't interfere with any other kind of treatment that you're taking, right? Like
Exactly.
pharmaceuticals, it won't interfere with physio or chiro or
Mm-hmm.
chiropractic or anything else. It's like it's a standalone, system of medicine.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty amazing. So like arnica comes in spray, does the ointment or the cream, and then it comes in pellets. I think what else does it come in? What kind of preparations?
Oh, in Europe, it comes in stuff we don't even know. Apparently, you can get
Oh,
them in soaps.
really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
My mom went to Europe one year and she brought back this little tiny bar of natural homeopathic soap. It was so cool.
Nice. Well, my kids got Thuya
Mm-hmm.
cream for one of their dogs
Yeah.
who has a skin tag right on her eyebrow and where
Yeah.
the eyelashes are, like, and they've been using this Thuya cream and unbelievable results for this little skin tag. It's almost all gone. So
Mm-hmm.
um, Thuya is another really great cream. There's one, oh, calendula is the other one that I
Calendula.
like.
Yeah.
It's a really great one as well for any kind of skin um,
And
issue.
apparently for scars, there's one that's a little bit more concentrated. The cistrine, cistern. I can never pronounce it properly if I'm not looking at it. It's a tiny little tube. Ah,
No, I didn't know that one.
yeah,
Or I might know it. Maybe it's the way you're pronouncing it.
probably. It's a little tube Boiron makes, and
Right.
apparently a couple plastic surgeons recommend it. And I had someone come in and asking for it because they weren't able to find it anywhere. Like, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Because
Eh,
it doesn't say that it's for scarring on there.
wow. I'll have to, yeah, you'll have to give me the name. I'll have to check it
Yeah.
out. Well, that's great. I think it's always great to have the ointments, on hand because I think
Hmm.
sometimes people feel that's the most comfortable way to start.
Yeah.
But typically, I don't know about you, Andrew, but I use pellets and
Me
they
too.
dissolve under the tongue, or I use a water dose, which is dissolved in water.
Hmm.
There's no flavor to this. There's just medication beneath the surface level, which
Hmm.
knows exactly what you need.
Yeah, also the pellets do last longer than the liquids too. So for first aid kit, for example, you're gonna want it in pellet form just in case you don't use it for a couple of years versus the liquid form, which you're gonna need to be shaking at least every 6 months.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So
I
for
mean,
arnica, it's fine to have it as a liquid.
but the problem too is when you do have a with liquid, you do tend to take a little bit more than you probably really
Yeah, of course.
need, right? So yeah. Well, I think we're going to be discussing these remedies for sure again because
Hmm.
they're very common. And I have somebody at my door.
Cool.
I live in the middle of nowhere, and somebody's ringing my doorbell. There you go. Well, anyways, Andrew, it was lovely talking,
Yes, it was.
and we'll see you the next time we're up.
Yep. Well, that's next Thursday.
Yep, perfect. All right, we'll see you then.
See you then. Bye.